Your card will get declined, your rate will be doubted, and it will sting. Good? That's the line where you stop faking and start embodying your future self. So when money tests you, will you protect the old story or live the new standard? Embody it now. Your card gets declined at a coffee shop. No warning, no mercy. The barista looks, and you laugh it off. Inside, you know, you underpriced again. You avoided the invoice. You said later. You scrolled instead of pitching. You dodged the hard call. You are practicing smallness while posting big dreams. You are rehearsing scarcity. You are protecting an old story. It is not potential you lack. It is alignment with the person you claim to be. Every micro-choice contradicts your ambition. Every no action is a decision. Stop faking it in public and flinching in private. Choose in the small moments. Who are you right now, an actor or the owner? Narration text. A part of you fears being fake. You do not want to pretend. You want proof before posture. I get it. Acting before results feels exposed. Here is the shift. You do not fake it. You embody it until you are it. Identity first change means standards now, evidence later. Think thermostat. You rise or fall to the level you set. Set it higher. Think GPS. Visualization is entering the destination. Behavior is taking the turns. Think bridge. Manifesting is architecture. Blueprint first, then materials. Who is your future self? How do they speak, spend, schedule, and say no? What do they refuse to tolerate? What I do not statements define their boundaries. Write them. Say them. Practice them. This is not cosplay. This is rehearsal with purpose. When behavior aligns with identity, confidence follows. Income starts to track the new standard. Set the destination now, and watch your decisions start rerouting. I remember the grinder hum under the pop music. Milk hissed, sweet and sharp. Espresso hung in the air. My thumb traced the sleeve on a paper cup. The ceramic sugar jar had a chip that caught the light. I tapped my card. Declined. Heat rushed my cheeks. My throat tightened. The barista made a tiny gasp, then smiled too wide. My phone buzzed. Bank notification. In my head. Not again. Who am I to charge more? I will fix it next month. That loop had a groove. Vision board at home. Luxury candles and big words. Behavior in real life. Discounts and delays. Shame swelled. Then something snapped. Not anger. Clarity. The mismatch was the message. I walked outside and sat on a cold step. Same day, I pulled open my budget. I cancelled ghost subscriptions. I renamed categories to match the person I am building. Invest. Debt. Runway. I wrote 2 standards on a sticky note over my screen. I do not discount my signature offer. I add scope or defer. I do not stall on invoices. I send them within 1 hour. I drafted a rate sheet and a refusal script. I practiced the tone. Calm. I practiced the posture. Shoulders back. Jaw soft. Breath low. Then the test arrived. A lowball email hit my inbox like a whisper from the old life. Be grateful. Take it. I stood up, breathed, and prepared to answer with true value. Cursor hovered over send. Hands steadying. A slow exhale. Then click. 7 days. Embody it until you are it. This is the challenge. No theory. No wait. We move. Each morning, run the see, feel, do loop for 90 seconds. See the future self in a real scene. Hear their voice. Feel their posture, tone, and pace in your body. Do one aligned action before you talk yourself out of it. Send the email. Quote the rate. Move the money. Make 2 non-negotiable micro-promises per day. Simple and sharp. Pitch 1 client. Block 1 deep work hour. Reconcile yesterday expenses. Keep those promises. Run a money integrity checklist daily. Cancel 1 ghost subscription. Set a minimum transfer to savings or debt. Price using your prepared rate sheet. No, I will figure it out later. Upgrade your boundaries. Replace I cannot with I do not. I do not start meetings late. I do not discount my anchor offer. Practice 1 daily abundance act. Leave a generous tip with a gratitude note. Invest in a skill. Ask for your fair rate. Send a collaboration pitch. Use this lowball response when needed. Thanks for considering me. For this scope, my fee is X. Happy to adjust deliverables to fit budget. Measure the game. Track 3 metrics. Action count. Confidence score from 1 to 10. Small wins log. Start now. Commit to day 1 before this video ends. Take the first action within 5 minutes. No more pretending. Standards on. 7 days straight. Are you in? Here is the larger truth. You do not rise to your goals. You fall to your standards. Identity sets standards. Standards steer behavior. Behavior compounds into outcomes. Money is not moral and not mystical. It responds to integrity, to boundaries, and to consistent value. It shows up where self-respect is practiced. Everyone wrestles with the identity gap. You are not broken. You have been under-practiced. The evidence loop is waiting. Keep promises. Self-worth rises. Choices get decisive. Better clients and cleaner opportunities appear. Proof stacks. Standards rise again. This is not luck. It is alignment in motion. Identity is the blueprint. Habits and environment are the architecture that make it livable. We are going to build rooms you can work in and rest in. Blueprints do not shelter you. Bricks do. Let us lay them. Picture a dim room in a quiet house. A hand lifts to a thermostat and turns it from comfortable to future. Vents wake. The air shifts. Not instantly, but inevitably. The whole space begins to adjust. On the coffee table, a rolled blueprint waits with a name. Future Self. Outside the window, a crew arrives with timber and tools. Habits, routines, environment. You do not beg the room to warm. You set the standard and let the system respond. The blueprint unrolls. Measurements snap into place. The first beam slides across the frame. The dial is set. Hear the first hammer strike. Your calendar and bank feed are truth serum. They do not lie. You say abundance, but you delay invoices, undercharge, accept scope creep, keep ghost subscriptions, and avoid looking at your balances. You hoard small expenses while big leaks drain you. You negotiate against yourself. You procrastinate outreach. You pay everyone before you pay yourself. I will start when I am ready equals I am choosing the old story. Old self is avoidant and apologetic. Future self is clear, consistent, proactive. You say you believe. Your habits say you do not. If we audited your last 7 days, would they prove belief or prove you were rehearsing being broke? Acknowledge first. Looking at money is scary. Charging fairly feels arrogant. Spending on growth feels risky. I know that flinch. I had it too. Here is the flip. Your identity is a thermostat. Results rise or fall to your standards. Visualization is your GPS. It sets the destination. Habits are the steering wheel, the brakes, and the gas. Architecture matters. Mindset is the blueprint. Habits and environment are the beams and studs. Embody it until you are it means small aligned actions before the world claps. Move as the person you are becoming. Use practical levers. Money integrity first. Cancel ghost subscriptions. Automate pay yourself first. Clean your pricing. Set default offers. Hold clean boundaries with I do not rules. I do not discount my minimum. I do not skip tracking. I do not delay invoices. Add one daily abundance act. Tip thoughtfully. Invest in a skill. Or pitch a fair rate collaboration. Create learning blocks. 30 to 60 minutes of focused upskilling each day. Then drive. See the standards. Act by them. Once you drive by these standards for a few days, something shifts. You start to trust yourself. It happened in a coffee shop at 8 in the morning. The espresso machine hissed. My phone buzzed. Declined. The little beep cut through me like a siren. The barista glanced up, polite but curious. Heat crawled up my neck. Shame shoved a fist in my chest. I laughed it off with a bad joke I cannot remember. I walked outside with an empty cup and a full storm in my head. Defensiveness tried to spin a story. Denial tried to talk over it. Then I went quiet. I decided to become the future self I kept picturing. I gave myself 72 hours. Within the first day, I ran a money integrity hour. I cancelled 2 subscriptions. I set an automatic transfer to savings. I opened a separate tax account. I wrote an I do not list. No free rush work. No unpaid discovery beyond 15 minutes. No work without a deposit. I scheduled a daily learning block at 7 in the evening. I sent one bold outreach to a dream client. I made one abundance act. I left a generous tip with a thank you note. On day 2, the test arrived. A low offer slid into my inbox. Old self wanted safety. Take it, said the panic. Future self breathed slower. Hands shook. Voice felt steady. I replied with a respectful counter and my true value. I used the script I prepared the night before. Early validation came fast. They accepted the counter. Another client asked for a call. Even a no cleared space for a better yes. I hit send. For the first time, I believed. even before the reply arrived. Here is your fight plan for the next 72 hours. Audit. Open your statements. Kill 3 ghost subscriptions. List your fixed costs. Set a weekly money check-in. Automate. Create. Pay yourself first transfers on payday. Name the accounts for emergency fund, investments, and tax. Boundaries. Write 5 I do not rules. Draft 2, no scripts, and 2 counteroffer scripts. Set a non-negotiable rate floor. Learning. Block 30 to 60 minutes daily for a revenue skill. Pick 1 curriculum. Track completion in a simple list. Outreach. Send 1 bold pitch each day. Client. Collaboration, or raise request. Keep a simple pipeline tracker. Abundance act. 1 per day. Leave a generous tip, gift value to your audience, or buy a tool you will use. Admin integrity. Invoice the same day. Follow up in 48 hours. Stop work until deposits clear. Fold in the see, feel, do loop. See the future self making decisions with calm standards. Feel it. Posture tall, slower voice, steady breathing for 5 minutes. Do it. Execute 1 money integrity task and 1 outreach immediately. Measure it. Track promises kept. Track pitches sent. Track cash moved. Track feelings before and after. Do not wait for courage. Create it through action. No more affirmations without evidence. 72 hours. Prove it. Here is the larger pattern. What you tolerate becomes your ceiling. What you standardize becomes your floor. Abundance is not a vibe. It is a repeatable practice that calms your nervous system. Micro promises kept become evidence. Evidence becomes confidence. Confidence attracts opportunity. Money responds to clarity. Clean asks, clean numbers, clean boundaries. Discipline feels like love when it removes chaos. Standards compound in the background while you work. The early wins are signals, not finish lines. Let them guide you without making you complacent. Keep building as if the world is watching and as if no one is watching. Both are true at different hours. Your results will lag, then leap. That is how compounding works. Quiet, then obvious. When your habits align externally, the deepest bottleneck rises to the surface. It is self-worth and the courage to say your price out loud. The next test is not spreadsheets. It is your voice. Your income expands to the size of your self-respect. Picture a foggy river at dawn. 2 shores face each other. Old self on one side, future self on the other. You start building a bridge. Each habit becomes a plank. Each boundary is a bolt driven into fresh wood. Each outreach is another step forward. The new boards creak under your weight. Your knuckles slide along a rough rail. The mist thins with each step. Behind you, the old shore shrinks. Ahead, a toll gate waits in the grey light. The toll is not money. The toll is your standard, your price, your voice. You arrive at the gate and pause. Your hand rests on the coin of self-worth just before you speak. You are not being underpaid by accident. You are doing it. Apology emails that whisper if that's okay. Softeners that say just checking in. Scope creep on every call. Underpricing. Discounting before they even ask. Delaying invoices. Accepting lowball offers. Dodging late fees. You knew. You folded. Old self seeks safety. Future self sets standards. Declined card at the coffee shop. Unpaid invoice gathering dust. An exposure offer that pays in fumes. Value stated beats value guessed. Boundaries protect quality. Stop waiting. Start charging. So tell me, when did you decide your work was worth less than your rent? You fear being too much. You fear no. You fear being seen and judged and replaced. I get it. But this is not fake it till you make it. This is embody it until you are it. Raise the identity thermostat and your life recalibrates. Every boundary becomes a plank on the bridge to where you belong. Your price is an anchor that sets perceived value. Fair pricing funds excellence, presence, and timelines. Discounts dilute delivery. You are not faking. You are practicing your future standard out loud. Try this. I do not discount. I tailor scope. My rate is X. To meet your budget, we can adjust deliverables. Replace I cannot with I do not. See the conversation in your mind. Feel your shoulders set, your breath slow, your tone steady. Say the number. Pause. Let the silence work. Everything changes the first time you say your real rate and breathe. Fluorescent lights hummed. Stale coffee cooled on the desk. The cursor blinked like a dare. My palms were sweaty, my chest tight. Then the email hit. We love your work, but could you do a favor rate at 1500? The scope was a 4,000 job. Old self screamed, take it. Be grateful. Get the fast yes. Future self stood taller. Slow your breath. Feet flat. Shoulders back. I pictured the version of me who does not chase. I typed, thanks for the opportunity. For this scope, my fee is 4,000. If we need to meet a lower budget, we can reduce deliverables A or B, but the rate stays the same. Then I stopped. Silence. 30 seconds that felt like a mile. Pushback came. We have never paid that. Others do it for less. I stayed calm. I repeated the scope options. I named the timeline and the quality they said they wanted. Another pause. Then the reply shifted. We can do 3,500 if we remove B and move the deadline. Deal. The win was not the number. The win was the spine. I sent a clean proposal and invoice the same day. No apology. No free extras. The phone buzzed right after I hit send. I let it ring once, twice, then exhaled. Define your floor. Write the minimum rate or salary you refuse to cross. Draft your scripts until they live in your mouth. My rate is X. I do not discount. I tailor scope. Happy to adjust deliverables. Delete apology language from your emails today. Remove just. If that's okay, sorry for the delay, unless you truly erred. Install boundaries that guard quality. I do not work weekends. Payment due on receipt. Late fee after 7 days. Use a clean negotiation flow. State the rate. Stop. Let silence work. Offer scope options. Set a deadline to decide. Practice money integrity like a sport. Send invoices the same day. Add late fees as stated. Cancel ghost subscriptions. Collect overdue payments with calm persistence. Raise rates for new clients by 10 to 20%. Announce increases to existing clients with notice and reinforced value. If you are employed, book a raise meeting with an agenda, quantified impact, and a clear number. Do outreach. 3 pitches this week using your true rate. Run the 72-hour borrow from your future self sprint. 1 value assertion per day. Rate said. Boundary enforced. Invoice sent. No excuses left. Say it. Send it. Stand in it. Here is the wider game. Money follows standards. Respect mirrors self-respect. Self-worth is not net worth, but net worth rises when behavior aligns with worth. Fair exchange is holy. Charging fairly protects your timelines, your focus, your energy. Everyone gets the better version of you. Underpricing is a cycle that hides in teams, industries, and families. One person sets a new floor, and the room rises. Clarity is a filter. It keeps mismatches out and draws right-fit clients closer. It reduces resentment and burnout. Owning your value becomes the hinge that swings open measurable results. Income, savings, upgraded clients, better sleep, deeper work. What you tolerate teaches the world what to pay you, and life is always learning. Picture this. You turn the dial of your identity thermostat. Click. The room begins to warm. Not instantly. Predictably. Your price becomes a lighthouse cutting through fog. Ships that cannot meet it pass by. The right ones turn and steer in. Ink dries on a clean contract. Your bank app number steadies. Your calendar shows fewer blocks, each one better. Your shoulders drop. Your jaw unclenches. Your breath deepens as the beam holds steady. Under the light, there is a quiet hum of deposits, ledger lines filling. Not magic. Mechanics. Keep the light steady and watch the shoreline of your numbers move closer. Brutal honesty. Your vision board isn't a deposit. Your someday plan is a stall. Ghost subscriptions and underpricing are silent leaks. The card declined. The lowball accepted. The invoice procrastinated. I will figure it out later. That line is the leak. Standards versus slogans. Proof versus promises. Your old self grabs discounts, dodges calls, delays quotes. Your future self moves money, names price, holds the line. The gap is identity, and money exposes it. Stop cosplaying success through captions. Start measuring it in deposits. Today demands a standards check, not a mood check. What proof did you create today that your future self actually exists? I know you fear feeling fake. You carry money, shame like weight in your chest. Missed payments, panic math, secret guilt after every impulse buy. Breathe. We are not faking it. We are embodying it. Think identity thermostat. You rise or fall to your standards. Think GPS. Visualization sets the destination. Behaviors are the turn-by-turn directions. Define your future self in the smallest details. They speak clear and calm. They spend with intention, aligned to values. They schedule deep work blocks and respect them. They say no with clean boundaries. Now run the C, feel, do loop. C for 60 seconds, vivid and specific. Feel it in your posture, your tone, your pace. Then do one aligned action immediately. Send the email. Quote the real rate. Move the money. Track it like a sport. Daily offers sent. Quotes at true rate. Subscriptions cancelled. Dollars moved to savings or investing. Deep work hours logged. Act like the income you want, and it starts looking for you. The inbox pinged under the dim coffee shop light. Espresso cut the air, nutty and sharp. My screen glowed with a tidy email and a low number. 800 for a project that eats 2 weeks. Old script started whispering. Take it. You need it. Do not be difficult. I stared at the cup, then at the calendar I never respected. Future self stepped in. My rate is 2400. My scope is clear. I do not discount my value. I typed slowly. To do this properly and on time. The investment is 2400. I will pass on discounted terms. My heart climbed up my throat as I hit send. Then the waiting. Refresh. Check the phone. Regret loop. A short reply landed. No thanks. We will find someone cheaper. Fine. I stood up and walked outside and sent 2 pitches I had been avoiding. Same hour. Same posture. 2 days later, a referral arrived. Can you take this on at 2400 with a clear deadline and deposit? Yes. Clean terms. Full scope. 3 times the offer. Money hit the account and I moved the first slice to an emergency fund. Scheduled a debt payment. Blocked a deep work hour. Said I do not do rush without a fee. The real shift was not the cash. It was the calm. It was not luck. It was standards. And standards started paying. The next 72 hours are a proving ground. No theory. Only evidence. Borrow from your future self and live inside their standards. Day by day, run a 3-part stack. 1 behavior, dress sharper, speak clear, block 1 deep work hour, send 1 bold pitch, 1 money integrity action, cancel 1 ghost subscription, raise 1 quote to your true rate, send or collect 1 overdue invoice, move a set amount to savings or investing, 1 abundance act, tip generously or leave a testimonial, invest in a skill, make a high-quality ask for an intro or collaboration or raise, set micro promises that do not bend, pitch 1 client daily, 1 uninterrupted 60-minute focus block, track completion where you can see it, whiteboard or notes app, replace weak language, say I do not discount my work, say I do not start without a deposit, say I do not accept rush without a fee, replace I cannot with I do not, visualize for 60 seconds, feel it in your body, then act within 5 minutes, send the email, publish the offer, quote the rate, move the money, keep score, offers sent, true rate quotes, dollars moved, hours focused, minimum target for 72 hours, 3 offers, 3 money moves, 3 focus blocks, standards over moods, evidence over ego, 72 hours, prove it. Here is the quiet truth. Outcomes gather around what you tolerate and what you insist on. Your calendar is your mirror. Your bank account is another. Abundance is not a trick. It is a set of prerequisites. Self-worth sets a price floor. Boundaries guard your focus. Generosity signals sufficiency and attracts quality. The feeling is different when standards lead. Pride without noise. A calmer nervous system. Cleaner clients. A runway that grows. Less spike, more stability. Compounding takes over. Kept micro-promises become leverage. Aligned asks create serendipity. Systems amplify the new normal. This is not hustle forever. It is alignment repeated until it becomes culture. Your home, your team, your clients learn your rules. You stop begging. You start selecting. Systems that invoice on time. That auto-save. That shield your focus. Keep the floor high while you build higher. To keep this, you build structure that holds your standards automatically. Your balance tells the story of your standards, chapter by chapter, deposit by deposit. Picture a canyon between who you have been and who you are becoming. You hold a blueprint in your hands. Visualization. You cannot jump that distance. You build. Each plank is a micro-promise kept. Each bolt is a boundary honored. The ropes draw tight with your self-worth. Below rushes the river of old stories and scarcity. With every step the bridge steadies. Email sent. Rate named. Money moved. Your footing firms. The wind quiets. The far side rises to meet you. You step onto solid ground and see scaffolding waiting. Systems ready to brace what you built. Do you see the frame calling you forward?